morning, everybody, and welcome back to another, I guess, Mad Meta Magic. I don't think Blue Tron's considered metagame, but this is not a try-harding deck necessarily. This is the most recent 5-0 list that was reported on Goldfish that Trellon played. So I thought it looked interesting, and I wanted to give it a spin. So, we're playing Mono Blue Tron today. A couple of interesting inclusions. We got Gemstone Caverns to give us a mana advantage when we are on the draw, which I think is going to be kind of interesting. We've got a Trinket Mage package in the main with Expedition Maps, Chalice, Walking Ballista, Engineered Explosives. There is also Nimble Obstructionist, and I love Stiflebird, so we're going to be playing Stiflebird. This version does have 2 Mindslavers in it, which is kind of interesting. Normally I do not like playing Mindslaver on Moto, but we're going to see how it's going to go. And other than that, just seems like a pretty standard Blue Tron list to me. I don't see anything too crazy. This version seems to favor a variety of answers, effects, etc., as opposed to just jamming the best spells, which I think is fine in a format like Modern if you have spells that can play multiple roles. Oh, this is Trellon's most recent 5-0 on Goldfish that I saw, so I was like, I just want to play this. Out of the sideboard, we've got Spreading Seas, Nimble Obstructionist, another Stiflebird, love it. Multiple Surgical Extractions, a couple of Thought-Knot Seers as additional threats, pressure, and disruption against like control style decks, as well as a Karn Great Creator Wishboard, which is not maximized but decent. And I think with all of that said, this is Utron Staples 75 card randomizer. Nice. Okay, alright, Trellon. I just thought it looked interesting. I was like, I worked for him, right? So prepare for me to pilot it badly. That's fun. I feel like you can get gotcha wins by doing stuff like that. Back when I was playing Blue-White Battle of Wits Control a lot, Stiflebird actually like really dunked on people. It was super good. Just like uncounterably stifling a Planeswalker activation or random fetch land against mana-hungry decks was really, really good. Especially when you're like holding open counter spells or instant speed effects anyway. Just like having that as an option is really nice. Alrighty, round 1, here we go. That's a mulligan. That's really unfortunate. But, I mean, what can you do? Oh, good. Hey, Raylin, how's it going? Oh, man. Trellon, that's actually a great idea, though. I should make deck randomizers. Like, Modern Challenge deck randomizer. Get a list of all of the cards that you can put in a particular playstyle, and then randomize the, like, you have, like, the core deck, and then you randomize the remaining cards out of, like, different lists. And then it's just, like, you have to try and trophy with that deck. That would be fun. Magic randomizer. Okay. Well, this is 1 land. It does have a Talisman, and it has a Karn. I'd feel better if it was a blue land, but I think I have to go to 5. Alright, you know what? Sure. I'm going to put back a Repeal and Ballista, though I don't like it. I would have liked a hand with 2 lands in it. That would have made me feel better about this. Opponent starts Giver of Runes, so this is either Death and Taxes or Hammer. I'm not really favored if it's either. I'm going to play out map. I can leave open Dismember, but I'm going to have to Dismember the Giver of Runes anyway. This is slightly higher upside if I draw a second Tron land, because I can like rush to Mindslaver. Okay, so it's looking like Death and Taxes, and I'm going to go ahead and Dismember the Lion Sash. I think that card's going to get bigger than I want to deal with. Sword of Light and Shadow. Okay, second tower. It's better than nothing. Pass the turn. Okay. Really wish that had been a blue land, because repealing that Giver would have been great. They do get to pick up Lion Sash, though. And they play an Aether Vial. I think I got a tutor for a blue land here. So, gonna get an island. And we draw Blast Zone. Blast Zone's pretty good against this board. So let's play an island. And pass the turn. Okay. Opponent upticks. Aether Vial goes to 1. They go to combat. They attack for 3. I'm going to go ahead and repeal this. I expect them to just like vial it back in and then play Lion Sash. And maybe I can set up for Blast Zone. Oh, sword. Okay. I'm going to resolve Karn then. They can put the core back in, but they won't be able to equip anything to it. Let me think about my hand here for a second. So... Explosives is kind of nice, but I already have Blast Zone. Coating could be good. There's nothing really worth upticking on. I could just uptick to try and preserve Karn and wait until next turn where I can plan out a little bit better. Bridge doesn't really mesh well with this hand. Trinisphere also doesn't really mesh well with this hand. Ballista seems nice. I think I'm just going to default to Coating. Because like Coating with Repeal backup or Coating with Condescend backup just seems good. I don't think they can really put more power with haste onto the board right now. Okay. Opponent attacks Karn for 1. Karn goes down to 2. And they play Archon of Emeria. Okay. So we can only play 1 spell a turn right now. I'm going to repeal Archon and draw, because I'd like to make land drops still. Another repeal. That's actually kind of fine. Because if they just replay Archon, then we just can repeal again. Although that will be all 3 of our repeals. That's going to leave us with like a Dismember to actually answer Archon, unless I start taking a Blast Zone, I think. Flicker Wisp. Flickering Karn, so they can put a 2-drop into play. I mean, that's going to give me Karn back with higher loyalty, but that's probably fine for them. Okay, we untap, we draw Walking Ballista. I mean, Walking Ballista here is pretty good. Play Coating. And I'm going to blow up Cave of the Frost Dragon. Then, let's see, they can hit Karn for 4. I could repeal the Giver. Karn would go to 2. And then, if they just replay Giver, I can just shoot down their whole board with Walking Ballista? That seems good. We draw an Ugin, which we are a long way off of. Okay, opponent plays a Thalia, which we're not scared of. They hit Karn for 4, that's fine. We draw an Expedition map, so we'll Coating another land. And play Ballista. They can't Ephemerate because they have a Thalia on board, so I think I'm fine just passing. This way I can chump Thalia and like kill their other creatures. Oh, they have Solitude. So they can threaten to exile Walking Ballista, and in that case I can just kill their 2 highest power creatures. Okay. They pitched the Giver. They play another Giver. And they attack Karn down to 2. We untap and draw Otawara. Let's kill their last land. And activate Blast Zone. That just, like, stops them from putting anything into play ever. I don't know about the Hulk. But, yes, I am wearing green. Play an Expedition map. Pass the turn. Opponent currently stuck with a 1-1. And they scoop. Alright. Well, that worked out. So versus Death and Taxes. Does Death and Taxes play Saga? I don't know that they do. They do not. I don't really have a sideboard for this, I don't think. Like, I could bring in Thought-Knot Seers, but, like, opponent has ways to, like, Skyclave Apparition them and Solitude them, and then they get value back. I'm just gonna run this back. Keep the Wishboard as the Wishboard, and, I mean, these other cards don't seem very good against this deck. I mean, we have Dismember. We're on the draw. This is really. I got 2 draw steps to hit a land. Then we should be set. Okay, opponent mulligans to 6 and starts Land Giver runes. Play Power Plant, play Map, pass the turn. This is a 24 land deck too, so. We're already playing Modern 10th and Texas' greatest weakness, decks that play cards. Wonderful. Well, opponent has shown that they can play cards too. And Thalia's pretty good when your opponent's not drawing cards. They attack us for 2, that's fine. And they play a Lion's Sash. We untap, we draw Repeal, so let's pass the turn. And discard Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce not being a permanent means Lion's Sash can't get bigger by eating it. Opponent plays a Stoneforge Mystic, revealing Kaldra. Yeah, I might play a jank deck after this. We'll see. Okay, Otawara. So, play Otawara, pass the turn. So if they put Kaldra into play, we just repeal it. Oh, actually that doesn't work because they have Giver. I'll be taking a lot of damage this turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That doesn't seem very good. I can repeal... No, I can't repeal Giver. Alright. We take a ton of damage. We draw a Snapcaster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. We didn't draw land. That was fine. That was a risky keep. Let's go ahead and run it back. Why not -5/-5 Kaldra? Because they would just core it. This is fine. We have a couple of interactive spells that are pretty good, and a Thirst for Knowledge. I guess technically they could have F6'd and it would give them the opportunity to respond to that, but... Okay, opponent plays Giver. We untap and draw Thirst for Knowledge. Play an island. Let's go ahead and put Explosives on 1. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Stoneforge Mystic. They reveal Kaldra. And they don't attack. We draw another island, so play an island and pass the turn. Okay, opponent puts Kaldra into play. They go to combat and attack for 5. Detonate Explosives. I guess if they've got the Mana Tide, they got us. Okay. Now they play an Aether Vial. Alright. We draw Gemstone Caverns. Best of luck, MC Tot, and thank you for the well wishes. I think I'm going to sorcery speed this. Good old draw every expedition map. Play an island, play an expedition map. Pass the turn. Hey, Thunair, how's it going? Opponent plays a Plains. Map Tron goes crazy. Opponent attacks for 1. We take 1, go to 15. I mean, it's noon here right now. Opponent going to Flicker Wisp Kaldra, which I guess is pretty good. Okay, we untap. We draw Tower. So this is 4 to channel. Play Tower. Pass the turn. I'm doing well. Oh, I did lose part of the match here. So, pass to my opponent. They're going to Ephemerate Stoneforge. I actually think that's fine. So they have Fire and Ice. They have Light and Shadow. They probably have Feast and Famine. If I bounce this, they're going to get a trigger for it anyway. I'm going to let this happen. Okay, they do get Fire and Ice. They untap, Ephemerate coming off Rebound. They Ephemerate Stoneforge again. They did not activate it in response, so they do not get the discount for Ephemerating Stoneforge here. They get a Lion's Sash. Okay. Opponent upticks Aether Vial to 2. Goes to their main phase. Goes to combat. Okay. Let's Otawara the Germ. Okay, opponent's going to vial in a 2-drop. Thalia. Sure. We take 3, go to 12. Okay, opponent has a Flicker Wisp. We're just going to Flicker Cauldron again. Oh, they're going to Flicker Wisp, Flicker Wisp. And then what? Take away my map? Take away my tower, I see. Alright, we untap. We draw Power Plant. Well, I mean, that's just Tron, right? So we just play Power Plant, pass? Because then we can use Tron mana to Thirst for Knowledge on my opponent's turn. Okay. Vial. Takes up to 3. Opponent putting an equipment into play. Sword of Fire and Ice. They equip Flicker Wisp. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Thirst. Discard an artifact. Let's discard map. Opponent goes to combat. They attack for a lot. Let's bounce the sword. This gives it this. We take extra damage this way, but we can play Ugin and then just wipe the board. I should have cracked map there. I didn't. So that's a punt. Play Ugin. -3. Play Gemstone Caverns. And let's hope they can't vial in a 3-mana 4X. Okay, they can't. Thank goodness. I totally would have deserved to lose there, too, if they could. Okay, opponent plays a Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic gonna go get Sword of Light and Shadow. And they play Thalia. Sure. So stop on my opponent's end step. Let's map. Okay, I can take Tolaria West, and I can tutor for Walking Ballista, and that should save us from just about any creature threat they could have. I can take Blast Zone to get rid of Aether Vial. That would also be fine. I guess the tutor for Walking Ballista is a little bit safer. I'm gonna go that route. There's Oblivion Stone. That is also good. I mean, I'd like to keep my Ugin. That would be my concern here. So let's transmute for Ballista. Play a big old Walking Ballista. Shoot the Stoneforge Mystic. Ping Thalia. Pass the turn. Okay, Aether Vial still on 3. And opponent scoops. It's so easy, a Kano can do it. Alright. So we're 1-0, moving into round 2. That seems pretty good. I think we got a little lucky, though. Thanks, Trellon. Appreciate it. Seems like a pretty good Tron list. I played Blue Tron like twice in the last 6 months, I feel like. Seems like a good change of pace today. Alright, we are on the draw. I like this hand, actually. I'm gonna keep it. So we're gonna put Gemstone Caverns into play. We are going to exile Wurmcoil Engine. You feel like I play it more than that? I suppose that's possible. You know what? I'm not here to let a Birds of Paradise live. Second Gemstone Caverns, the one time I don't want it. Play Tower. Oh man, you know what? Hang on. How many cards do we have that cost 1? Maps and Spell Pierce? Okay. I can do Chalice on 1 then. I'm fine with that. We have nothing to Talisman into, and my opponent might have Noble Hierarchs, Ignoble Hierarchs, other creatures of that variety. Okay, Condescend, excellent top deck. Play an island, play a Talisman, leave up Condescend for 1. So my opponent's probably playing Yawgmoth. Condescend Grist. You'll love to see it. Urza's mine. Okay, Expedition Map is bad. I feel like I just need to dig to action, so I'm going to put mine on the bottom as well. Okay, Nimble Obstructionist. I like it. Okay, opponent's going to play a Grist. Sure. They're going to uptick him to make an insect, and then pass. I could have cycled to counter the uptick, but that doesn't really do anything. So, go to combat. Attack Grist for 3. Pass the turn. We have to be careful if I want to put Engineered Explosives on 0 to take care of the token, because that unlocks all 1-drops. I can EE for 3, yes. I have Talisman, Blue, and Gemstone Caverns, which is 5 color. When it plays out a Besieju who endures, we draw mine, go to combat. Actually, I can EE on 4, because he's got an Urborg. Not sure that I need to, but I could if I was worried about Yawgmoth. Kill Grist. Hey, athlete, how's it going? Okay, opponent chords X4. 4 Yawgmoth. Okay, play Urza's mine. Blue, black, green, white. Explosives on 4? It's Mono Blue Tron. Explosives on 4. You love to see. Opponent untaps. Upticks Grist. Oh. They proliferated Chalice to 2. And engineered explosives to 5. Oh no, the extra secret text on Yogg. We die. Well played, opponent. Well played. Alright. Surgical's coming in. I don't know that Thought-Knot Seer is going to be good here or not, because Thought-Knot Seer could help disrupt their combo, and it's bigger than most of their small creatures. I think Spell Pierce is bad. Spell Pierce hits like Grist and Cord, which maybe makes it good enough, but I think Remand is going to be better. Oh, it can't... Oh, yeah, because it's everywhere but the battlefield, it's a creature. So it hits basically Cord or Eldritch Evolution, nothing else. Or Aether Vial if they play Vial, which I'm not sure they do. I don't remember. I mean, Mindslaver against them is potentially really good, because you can just sack their entire board for no value. Relic is decent. It is, but I'm still thinking of cards to cut, and I'm not sure what to cut for the second Surgical anyway. Like maybe Relic is even better than Surgical, but I don't like bringing in Wishboard targets unless it's absolutely necessary, and maybe in this case it is. It's slightly better because we have Trinket Mage to get it out of the deck. I think I'm going to cut Wurmcoil. I'm going to bring in Relic, and I'm going to cut a Remand, actually. Let's try this. Yeah, I can see that. I never really like cutting Karn, Great Creator, in any deck he's in. His hand doesn't do anything. I mean, we have Surgical, but that's not going to matter for a bit, so let's go to 6. On the play... Alright, we'll keep this. I'm going to put back Caverns, which is kind of greedy, because I really need to be making land drops. Hi, Sissia, how's it going? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what Cadence Wizards bans anything on. Okay, opponent plays a Wooded Foothills, fetches for Overgrown Tomb, and plays Ignoble Hierarch. We untap, play an island, pass the turn. Thought it was the Monday after set release? Oh, I don't know. It may have been at one point. Sure. They take Condescend. They crack Verdant Catacombs for a forest, and they get a Strangleroot Geist. Okay, Geist hits us for 2, 3 with Exalted. Let's just go get a random Tron land, and we'll pick Urza's Mine. We draw Dismember. Play Urza's Mine. I think I'm going to wait on this Ballista. Next turn I can play it for 2, so it sticks around. If, I'm going to say they don't have another Thoughtseize. Okay, they get a Swamp. They play Yawgmoth. They go to combat. Attack us for 3. Okay. No blocks. Take 3. Dismember Yogg. Okay. Draw a Thirst for Knowledge. think I'm going to save that. Let's play Ballista on 2 and just snipe this Ignoble Hierarch. As long as Strangleroot Geist doesn't get pumped, we could technically reset it during combat. I don't know that that's a good idea, but it is something we can do. Okay, another Strangleroot. So they're going to just try and aggro us out. Is it worth it to Fog? I'm going to say no. Take 4, go to 6. We untap. Draw another mine. That's unfortunate. Thirst. Discard Sundering Titan. Play a mine and a ballista. Pass the turn. Nice! That sounds pretty cool. This opponent goes to combat. Attacks for 4. So we chump and ping to prevent damage. Opponent plays an Ignoble Hierarch and a Young Wolf. Passes. We untap. Draw Power Plant. So we play Power Plant, play Karn, and then Wurmcoil, I guess. Love putting Wurmcoil in the wishboard. Feels great when it works out. Pass the turn. Alright, we got there. Be it on the draw. Do we change anything? I don't think so. I mean, this is turn 3 Tron. I might have to tutor up a blue source here, but I think I'm going to keep this. Opponent is playing Besiege You, and seeing map into 2 Tron lands, they may just Besiege You, which would give us our blue source. Hey, Dick Record, how's it going? Opponent starts Overgrown Tomb tapped. So, no acceleration. We draw Mindslaver. I mean, maybe we just go for turn 3 Tron into Mindslaver. Maybe that does something, because we have Academy Ruins. Let's go ahead and play Power Plant Expedition Map. Pass the turn. Yeah, so all of those vintage cubes that I've been uploading were recorded like 2 months ago, or further back. Players is mine, pass the turn. So yes, the housing situation is sorted out. Hey Clogton, how's it going? Opponent plays a Twilight Mire. They're gonna Necromentia Tower. Well, that's rude. I think it's fine though, like we don't need Tron to win. I love playing Vintage Cube, I think it's my favorite Magic format. 3 mana do nothing, then we thirst and win. I know, right? So we're just gonna go get an island or a blue source of some variety. Probably an island. I think they were holding up Veil back up too. So get an island. We draw a Repeal, play an island, pass the turn. It was not in the barrel for very long, but and it's not really jank, it's just kind of a jank variation on a deck. We'll see. We'll see how good it is. I suspect it may not be very good, but I'm interested to play it. I think it'll be fun. Okay, opponent plays Strangleroot Geist. No amount of hate will kill Tron, period. Like, unless they print a 1-mana Sowing Salt. No amount of hate will kill Tron. Let's go ahead and Thirst. We will discard Mindslaver. Untap. We draw an Expedition Map. So play a Power Plant. Play Trinket Mage. Let's play Map, actually. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent plays a Yavimaya. Goes to combat. Attacks for 2. I think they have Cord. Actually, if they do have Cord, I have to pretty much hold up Condescend. That's annoying. That's what people said about Cleansing Wildfire. That's what people said about Break the Ice. That's what people said about Geomancer's Gambit. That's what people said about And on and on and on and on. So, no amount of hate is gonna kill Tron, believe me. Yeah, playing Urza's mine. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Oh, Assassin's Trophy was the one I was trying to think of. They play an Ignoble Hierarch. And they pass, they don't attack, so they are screaming, I have Chord of Calling. They untap and draw another Tron land. Play another Tron land. Pass the turn. So let's see, they can chord 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. They can chord 7 mana X4. Okay. I'm trying to think of how much mana I need to leave available for Condescend. Okay. Karn Great Creator is something. Maybe. Play Academy Ruins. Pass the turn. Well, we're not playing big Karn here. We're playing I mean, if they just have like double chord, we might be in trouble. Bottom, bottom. Pass the turn. Okay, they have Yogg. Okay, they're gonna draw some cards. See if they can't just win. Okay, well they couldn't win on the spot, which is good to know. They need They need a black land and a Geralf's Messenger to kill us. Okay, they thought seize. Sure. They take Walking Ballista. Play Strangleroot Geist. They have infinite card draw. They do not have a way to kill us. I guess if they can draw untapped land, because I don't think they've played a land this turn. No, they activated both Wallaroots, so they actually can't kill us this turn. At least I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Maybe not. If they have an untapped land and they find a Blood Artist, we die. And they have 9 more draws to find it? Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. We can't tutor for anything with Tolaria West because we don't have enough blue. So I think we just get an island or an Otawara here. Let's get an Otawara in case we draw an island. Just give us the option of another bounce. And if we draw our one of Ugin, they just die. That was both ballistas, right? We've seen both ballistas. No, there's still a ballista in the deck. I think. Can we draw a Relic? Let me look at this list again. Yeah, there's 2 Walking Ballistas in it. Can I do anything with an Engineered Explosives on 1 or 2? Engineered Explosives on 2, I can blow up both Strangleroot Geists and exile them? With Relic, I think? Hang on, does that work? I'd have 8 mana. I need to play 4 for Karn to go get... No, there's an Engineered Explosives in the deck. I could Trinket Mage for Engineered Explosives. Trellon, you got too many cards with different names in the main board. Yavimaya and Island. So if I Trinket Mage for Engineered Explosives, that's 8 minus 3 is 5 mana left. 2 mana to cast Explosives leaves 3 mana left over. That's 1 short? Dang it. So actually I think what I do is play Otawara, play Relic, and then with double Repeal, Trinket for EE and play Relic. Yeah, That's what I was thinking, but I'm 1 mana off of that line being good here. I can't bounce Yawgmoth or Strangleroot. I can also just bounce Strangleroot here and stop them from drawing. I think that actually might be worth. I mean, they can sack it, of course. Okay. So that fizzles. I get the other one back. Neither of them has Undying, though, now. So now I have to use the other Repeal to just stay alive here, I think. I don't know. I've got the feeling I screwed this up. Okay, opponent untaps. They have 10 cards in hand. They play Birds. They play Grist. They make an Insect. They play a Peatland. Ah, if we could just rip Ugin off the top. That'd be so good. It would be outrageously good. I have 8 mana. This would be 9. Academy Ruins down to 6. And I could lightning bolt them with my Walking Ballista, I guess. If they lose enough life. Opponent gonna go to combat. Let's repeal here. Preserve some life total. Okay, they're gonna start doing this again to stop me from drawing. Okay, they're gonna shrink their other one that's still attacking. They have fizzled my repeal. Go down to 8. If they pay any more life, we can kill them with Ballista. No worries, Sissia. Thanks for tuning in. It was good to have you. Opponent Eldritch Evolution for Blood Artist. Okay, well, we gotta do this now to interrupt the loop. But if they have a Young Wolf, we're dead. Okay, we draw a Warping Wail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't think we die, but it's possible. Oh no, never mind. I didn't count for them resetting the Stranglegeist repeatedly, so we were dead. That's unfortunate. Thanks for tuning in, Trellon. It's good to have you. Dang. Alright, so that's a round loss. If I'd had that Warping Wail to counter the Eldritch Evolution, there's a chance that it actually won, but as we drew that off of our last mana relic activation, we didn't have it. Alright, round 3, here we go. This is a mulligan. 24 land deck, and I've had 2 7-card openers with no lands in them. Alright, I'll keep this pretty much off the strength of Dismember. We'll put back Mindslaver and see what we can do here. Okay. You don't need lands to play Tron. Well, where I'm from, it seems like you should. Okay, we untap. We draw Walking Ballista. We start with Urza's Mine and pass the turn. Opponent seems to be playing Ponza. Don't you dare. Okay, Scooz. And Stomping Ground tapped. Alright. Sure. Dismember Scooz. Draw Nimble Obstructionist. We'll play another Urza's Mine and play Ballista on 1, I guess. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Ren and 6. They downtick, so we ping Ren and 6. Well, they have no lands to pick back up. We draw Power Plant. Do I play Chalice on 1? I think the answer is no, because we'd like the top deck map here. Opponent has Blood Moon. Okay. Well, the good news is we're a Tron deck that plays islands. The bad news is there are no islands to speak of. So do we play Chalice on 2? We know our opponent is playing 2-drops. The problem is we have a lot more relevant 2-drops to draw. I think given the chance, I probably would have put Chalice on 1 initially. Okay, another land. At least we're making land drops. Opponent's not doing anything. We get an island, we're kind of in business. Kind of. Opponent plays a forest. Upticks Renan 6 to 4. Bloodbraid Elf. Revealing Bone Crusher Giant. That's pretty good. I will say that my opponent's deck is not common. Okay, we draw Expedition Map, play Map. Track Map for an island. Play the island, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. 4 mana. Opponent down ticks to deal 1 damage to us. Another Bloodbraid Elf. Revealing Seasoned Pyro. So we're taking 7 this turn. What is our out? Wurmcoil? I either need to flash Obstructionist into block. I could have stifled the Cascade trigger, but I think condescending the Bloodbraid is the way to go here. We're either taking 6 or 7, depending on whether we flash to block Bone Crusher or we counter Bloodbraid. Repeal Condescend. Repeal. We could repeal Moon, but even if we drew Tower, that's kind of bad. I think I have to draw exactly Wurmcoil Engine. Opponent ditches Glorybringer Lightning Bolt. We take a bunch. Cycle Stiflebird. And we're going to go ahead and scoop. But now we know what we're up against. So, Spreading Seas coming in, both for turning our own lands into islands and to knock the Utopia Sprawls off our opponent's lands, help us get through our deck a little faster. Spell Pierce is important. Nimble Obstructionist can be good. Dismember kind of hurts, but is also somewhat necessary. Thought-Knot Seer might be good here, because it kind of just blocks. I think I'm going to cut a Mindslaver for the Wishboard and the Talismans. And the Chalice isn't that great. Let's try it like this. Not a huge fan of cutting mana rocks, but I mean, opponent's probably playing Pillage. I would like to play first. Alright, I can work with this. We have Warping Wail for a Dork. We could repeal a turn 1 Utopia Sprawl and make them replay it. I believe opponent's strategy generally involves mulliganing because of the lack of powerful turn 1s. Well, they kept 7. Okay, start Power Plant, pass the turn. They lead out a mountain. Okay, we draw a map, play an island, pass the turn. Opponent plays Besiege You. And passes. We draw another Power Plant. Play Power Plant. And play Expedition Map. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a tap land. Opponent has World's Slowest Ponza start. Let's go get a Mine. We draw Spreading Seas. Well, we can take them off green. I'm actually going to do that. Okay, we draw another Mine. Pass the turn. We still have access to Warping Wail. Opponent has Blood Moon. Okay, make an Eldrazi Scion. Blood Moon resolves. We untap. We draw Thirst. Play Mine. Go to combat. Attack for 1. If our opponent does nothing, we're just going to Thirst for Knowledge. Second Blood Moon. That's nothing. We could also repeal Spreading Seas and Spreading Seas our own land. Yeah, let's actually discard Walking Ballista here. Untap. We draw Remand. Play Hall of Storm Giants as a mountain. Attack for 1 and pass. Okay, opponent's passing, so repeal Spreading Seas. We We draw Otawara. Opponent has to discard down to 7. It's interesting how often people play Blood Moon and Blood Moon themselves out of the game. I mean, I guess at this point it was kind of a gambit because we shut off their green mana, so the hope was they could draw something useful. You can still cast lightning bolts to kill 1/1's opponent. Like, that's okay. You can do that. We're going to Spreading Seas a power plant here. Okay, we draw a card. It's a Condescend. Play an Urza's Mine. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Opponent is going to Stomp. Sure, we'll counter the Stomp. And yeah, I'll Thirst now. Opponent can resolve 1 spell if they want to. Stitch Engineered Explosives. Stomp goes to the grave. No valid targets. Discard Gemstone Caverns. Opponent untaps. I mean, we're just going to resolve Ugin and then start blasting. Opponent pillages our island. How rude. We draw tower. Play island. 7 mana. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Stomping Ground. Yeet. Put it back in your hand. We draw Spreading Seas. We untap, draw Remand, play tower. Play a really big Ugin. And start blasting. Pass the turn. Opponent Bloodbraid Elves. Into an Arbor Elf. Okay, they hit Ugin for 3. He goes to 6. We untap. We draw Thirst. Kill Bloodbraid. Play an island. Spreading Seas their only green source. Draw Sundering Titan. Yeah, pass the turn. Well, we're going to have a Sundering Titan soon. So if opponent plays a forest, we can take out 3 of their lands. And then have a Sundering Titan. And they go for the pillage. Revoke their pillage privilege. We draw Academy Ruins. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks Ugin for 1, that's fine. Let's go ahead and Thirst. Let's discard Gemstone Caverns Tower. Untap. Draw Tower. Play Tower. Kill Arbor Elf. Play Sundering Titan. Kill this and this. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps and scoops. Alright. Do we make any adjustments? I think the answer is no. Ike the Trike, thank you for following. I appreciate that. I do play a lot of Tron. So if that interests you, you should follow me here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Same username everywhere you might imagine. This seems good. We will keep. We're going to put a Gemstone Caverns into play, and I think we're going to exile Sundering Titan. Opponent starts with Verdant Catacombs, fetch, into a forest. They play an Arbor Elf. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Let's not give them a forest on tap. Let's repeal the Arbor Elf. Slightly better for us. I'm glad. I'm good you enjoy it. I'm glad it's good stuff. Okay, opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs. This is why we didn't Spreading Seas. Okay, opponent Utopia Sprawls. We're going to Spreading Seas that forest to stop them from having red mana. They cycle Forgotten Cave, okay? So we untap. We draw a power plant. Spreading Seas. We draw Spreading Seas. Play power plant, pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain and plays a Blood Moon. Okay. Well, we are going to have to draw blue mana. There's blue mana. Play an island. Spreading Seas their other forest. We draw a tower. Pass the turn. I guess if they have Mountain Pillage, this line was bad, but... If they fetch for a basic, they have Moon in hand 100%. Yeah, usually. There's the rare case they want to preserve life total, but against Blue Tron, that wouldn't make any sense. Opponent plays a Bone Crusher. Digging the full-on wizard beard. Thanks, Surge Modular. Appreciate it. And I thank you for your resubscription. 4 months. Glad to have you. Okay, we draw Trinket Mage. So play Tower. And we will play Trinket Mage. Let's go get Walking Ballista. And play Ballista on one. Pass the turn. I think I will double block to kill Bone Crusher here. Because then I can play this Ballista X3 next turn, kill both their Arbor Elves, and then they're just top decking again. Okay, opponent does find a forest, but does unlock their Arbor Elves for mana production. Okay. So let's double block. Standard is so bad, it's only been out for 2 weeks and I'm tired of it. That sounds highly unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Opponent passes, we untap. We draw Nimble Obstructionist. Well, play a Power Plant. Play Walking Ballista, X3. Oh, Dominaria United Draft is super fun. That I will say. I'm sad that people did not like watching my last draft video, because I thought that draft was excellent. It was super fun. I think I worked hard to construct a great deck, and there was a little bit of unique variance in that draft that was interesting. Oh my gosh, the Defender deck is super fun. I've not actually gotten the chance to draft it either. But I've seen other people play it, and it's hilarious. I love it. Nice! Yeah, I heard that Mono Black was kind of eating the metagame alive. Yeah, I was surprised to see my opponent playing Ponza. Is it Cut Down? Is that the best removal? Go to combat. Domain Ring? Oh yeah, Domain Ring probably pretty good too. Less good in Standard, I imagine, but... Oh, there are Tri-lands in Standard. Counter on the Ballista. They're gonna Bolt. Alright, we'll ping him. Bolt fizzles. Oh, I completely forgot March Invoke Despair in the format. I mean, if those cards are good enough to play in Modern, they're probably good enough to see Standard play. So, yeah, I guess there's that. Let's go ahead and flash in Obstructionist, just for damages. I'm doing well. I've had a good week. Oh man, Meat Hook Massacre too. I love that all of those cards I was actually playing in Modern. No, like one deck was playing Meat Hook Massacre in Standard. Oh man. Alright, play map, crack map. And, let's see. Yeah, let's go get Otawara. Play Academy Ruins, and go to combat. People don't know what to do about Sheoldred. We do have Haul, yes. I don't want to do Haul against this, and I want to be able to unsummon this Blood Moon if I top deck something nutso, like Karn. I mean, like, I know what shell I would play her in if I had her to try out, but everybody was like, she's not going to be good enough for Modern. She dies to push, she dies to Unholy Heat, she dies to removal, just like every other threat that's ever been good in Modern. It's like, well, alright, if you guys say so. Opponent untaps, they're still drawing cards. Coffers deck? Maybe. Alright, opponent casts a Bloodbraid Elf, cascading into Clothis. Clothis seems like it might be decent. Okay, Bloodbraid Elf resolves. She's not indestructible or only 2 mana, so she's garbage. I don't know, I think if you can slow the game down far enough and draw enough cards, like, instantly, I think she's good. Because she represents something that has to be killed. She can provide pretty close to immediate value. Like, she's not like playing Archon, which is, you know, well, a lot better, but especially because you can reanimate it with a 2-mana spell, but I don't know. Porter he's down on his bed sleeping. This is Minnie Mouse, the Dachshund Yorkie mix, who is 14 years old. She is completely deaf at this point. which is really sad. But she's still a good girl. She's still a good girl, yeah. Yeah, she is. Alright, opponent gonna hit us for 3, that's fine. We untap. We draw another tower, play tower. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Hit our opponent to 8. And we're just going to Otawara this Blood Moon as long as they don't play a second Blood Moon. Then Academy Ruins Ballista to the top of our deck and blow our opponent off the face of the planet next turn. Why would you not exile Ballista? Okay. They drain us. Oh, we have 2, that's why. Oh, what's the matter, honey? Do you want to get down? You want to get down? Okay. Here, I'll set you down in your little bed. Set you down a little bit. Oh, heavy dog. Alright. Opponent attacks us for 3. Go to 10. Okay. On their end step. Bounce Blood Moon. It's gonna be like, Kano, turn off auto yields! Now, when don't I? All the time. Alright. All the mana in the universe is now mine. Put Ballista on top of our deck. Do I want to make the token for more mana? I don't think I need to. What if they dash Ragavan? Opponent is going to besiege you my Academy Ruins? That player may search their library. No, I will not search my library. Luckily, Besieju was ineffectual because I had double of each Tron land. Alright. We untap. We draw Walking Ballista. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Walking Ballista X16. Or X8, excuse me. Total mana 16. Alright. And we get him. Moving on to round 4. Kano read Besieju, and our opponent did not expect he would. To be fair, that's a sane play by the opponent, considering Kano doesn't read card. Unbelievable. Kano reads card, wins game. Tell the media. Alright, round 4, here we go. We're on the draw, and this is a mulligan. Good luck, have fun to you too. Good luck, have fun, Kano opponent. Kano opponent. Ugh, gosh. What is it with portmanteauing my name and everything? Alright, mulligan. Much better. We will keep. We're going to put back Trinket Mage. There's no reason we cannot. Nice. Alright, opponent is playing Yogg. So start power plant, map, pass the turn. Engineered Explosives is for 0, 1, and 2 drops. We do have talismans in the deck. We did set Engineered Explosives on 4 using this deck because we had Cavern and our opponent was playing Yavimaya. Ultimately, it did not matter because our opponent was able to use their Yogg to uptick it, but players is mine. Pass the turn. We're just going all in on Karn here. Nice try, Tarek. I just realized my event list was hidden for some reason. Nice. Alright. Opponent plays a Grist. You got it. They make an insect, go to combat, and attack us for 2, sure. Let's go get a tower, untap, we draw Remand, play tower, play Karn, and I think we're going to wish for Trinisphere. Pass the turn. For all our opponent knows, we're green Tron. Yeah, no kidding. So they can Bone Splinters to kill Karn, or Bone Shards, or whatever it's called. Let me see what the little dog is complaining about. What's the matter? I'm in here. Everything's alright. You can go downstairs if you want to. Modest of Mind, thank you for following. Opponent attacks us for 3. Go to 14. Okay. They're going to kill Karn by down-ticking Young Wolf. Or by sacrificing Young Wolf, undies. Wow, Modest of Mind, raiding with a party of 29. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. The best token, nice. It's not my birthday. Don't listen to him. Mauricio MTG, thank you for following. I appreciate that. We're going to play a tapped Hall of Storm Giants. Pass the turn. Happy no birthday. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I do not gaslight you guys. You claim it's my birthday every day. And then you claim I'm gaslighting when I say it's not my birthday. Welcome everybody. I play Magic. I play a lot of Tron, a lot of Jank, and a lot of Draft. So no. Well, I will do my best to have a nice stream. That's a Yogg, that's a Blood Artist, that's 2 Undying creatures. That's a game loss. Rafa Martin, it's not my birthday, but thank you for showing up. Surzuru, it is good to have you following the channel. I appreciate it a lot. So we're going to be bringing in the Surgicals. We're going to drop a Wurmcoil Engine and a Mindslaver and run it back. Well, now you're claiming I make you wish me a happy birthday. Athlete. Hey, you want to come back up here and sit? Come on. The little dachshund dog is not sure what she wants. I don't think I have anything else in the sideboard that's good against Yogg. Rafa Martin, 93, thank you for following. I do appreciate it. Alright. Do you want to play first? Chalice on 1's actually tempting. I'm going to keep this. Karn Silex is not good. I would rather have Pithing Needle. Because, like, the only thing that Silex is good for is countering fetch lands and another life payment ability. But it's too slow to use as an Oblivion Stone. Yeah, I would rather just Pithing Needle Yogg. If you could activate Silex at instant speed, or it came into play untapped, it would be good enough to play. But because of the confluence of those two things, it's not a good card. Okay, opponent leads on Blooming Marsh and Thoughtseize. It's also not good in the other decks that would want to play it, because like if you wanted to play it in Coffers, you play Urborg, which would negate the fact that you're trying to shut off fetch lands with it. Yeah, it would have been fine with one or the other nerf, but not both. Okay, they take Chalice, which I guess makes our life a little easier. Play Tower, pass the turn, because it means we're only doing one thing. Okay, opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs. Opponent cracks Verdant Catacombs and plays a Strangleroot Geist, so let's Remand. We draw another tower. Opponent passes, we draw Condescend, play Tower, pass the turn. I'm getting Thoughtseized again, so this time I'm going to Condescend. They could have land into Strangleroot, that would be fine. We really need to make our land drops, ideally. Talisman sort of counts. Thirst is good, but we wouldn't have an artifact unless I put Talisman under Thirst. So I'm actually going to bottom both of these. Okay, here comes Strangleroot. They hit us for 2, we go to 18. We draw Otawara. Play Otawara, pass the turn. Oh my gosh, Tarek. We take 2, go to 16. Opponent plays Birds. Shocks Overgrown Tomb. And plays a Grist. Okay. Grist upticks, makes an insect, mills a Twilight Mire. So let's repeal Grist. If we can draw the other Tron lands and actually resolve Ugin or something, that'd be great. Pass the turn. Still not drawing lands at the moment. Opponent untaps, they draw. Okay, they fetch for a swamp. They play Grist. I cannot Condescend it. They make an insect, milling Necromentia. Okay, they Eldritch Evolution, so we Condescend. I don't want a third tower, and Karn's not that good right now. Okay, Strangleroot Geist comes back. They go to combat. Attack for 4. We can take 1 extra damage to actually deal with this. Take 1. Go to 11. We untap. We draw Thirst. Okay, now I will Thirst. Towertron declined, indeed. So we're going to discard Sundering Titan, play Academy Ruins, and pass the turn. We might end up just repealing Birds or an insect token here. Okay. Opponent untaps and draws. They make an insect. Milling Ignoble Hierarch. They go to combat, attack for 2. That's fine. Take 2, go to 9. Necromentia. Sure. We'll just repeal the Birds. They can recast it because it's their main phase, but I want to draw a card. I think they actually name Ugin. They can name a Tron land, but at this point the Tron lands aren't going to matter. So let's hope they get overzealous and do that. If they name Ugin, we're going to have a much harder time winning. Because being able to exile their entire board makes a huge difference. Urza's mine. Okay. We do not need Tron to win, so that's fine. Okay, they replay the Birds. We untap. We draw a Talisman of Progress. Play Gemstone Caverns. Play Talisman. Play Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage, we're going to tutor up a Walking Ballista. No, we'll get an Engineered Explosives. Play it on 0. And pass the turn. I'm going to blow it up now, actually. I don't want them to draw Chord of Calling and have a bunch of stuff to tap for it. I mean, they can pretty much maximize it right now, but I don't want them to be able to have more stuff to do if they can, like, Chord out a Yogg and then start sacking tokens to just draw cards. That would be a problem. So that's not a particularly strong play, but I feel like it's alright. And if we just draw any untapped land, we Ugin and win. Okay, they play a Dryad Arbor. Show me an untapped land. Okay, opponent makes an insect. We untap. We draw an island. Play an island. Here he comes. Play Ugin. I'm going to have to take a short break to probably let the little dog outside. Actually. Okay, no further adjustments. Let's just run it back. Sure. I can keep this hand. Porter! Porter! Come here, buddy. Porter. Okay, opponent starts Besiege You into Bird. We start Power Plant into Map. Pass the turn. So they could go for a turn 2 Necromentia here. If they do, we just continue playing lands as normal. They play a Dryad Arbor, which we can't repeal, by the way, because it's a land. We can Ballista it if we want to get greedy and just take away their mana. That's not that bad of a deal, actually. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to Ballista down their Dryad Arbor. Opponent is tapping green to play a Wall of Roots. Okay. Okay, we draw a tower. So play mine. Play Ballista. Kill Dryad Arbor. Pass the turn. So if they have a black source, they can Necromentia, which would be okay. I mean, it would kind of be unfortunate, but it still works for us. And we at least get a zombie out of the deal if they do. Okay, there's the Necromentia. So Necromentia is a lot better versus green Tron than blue Tron. Okay. They exiled Tron lands. So we're playing fair mono blue control now. Okay, we get a zombie. We untap, we draw another expedition map. Play Otawara, pass the turn. No attacks. Let's see what our opponent does. Yeah, I think if we'd had a Condescend, we would have kept it for the Necromentia, but I'm gonna Thirst here. Because theoretically this is just 2 cards instead of 1. Let's discard an Expedition map. Okay, see what our opponent takes. They take O-Stone. It seems reasonable. And then they play Grist. Okay, Grist makes an insect token. We untap. We draw an island. Opponent is pretty pinched on mana right now. Let's play an island. Repeal the bird to draw a card. See what we draw, and then play Chalice on one, I think. Oh. Well, I need to surgical something, so I guess I can wait a turn. But that lets them replay their bird. I'm just going to play out the Chalice. Odds are they can answer it with like Yawgmoth or something, so if they need to, it's either going to be good or it's going to be really mediocre. Okay, opponent plays an Overgrown Tomb. Hi, buddy. Okay, there's the Yawgmoth. Yes, Porter made an appearance. My chocolate lab mix, for those of you who don't know him. He's a sweet boy. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. But he wants to be. I do have a channel points redemption for Pet the Dog. For those of you that don't know. We untap, we draw Gemstone Caverns. So let's play a Blast Zone, pass the turn. No attacks. Expedition map is probably going to go get Otawara. Or not Otawara. Yeah, I'm probably going to get Otawara. I could get Tolaria West. Okay, opponent makes a token. Oh, come here, sweetie. Come here. It's alright. Come on. Oh, right. Oh, I am caught. Alright, cool. That's been fixed. Opponent puts a -1/-1 counter on the zombie. My beard looks like it has streaks in it. I think it's just the lighting. I play a Strangle Rootgeist. It's the Magenius forcing its way out. What? Let's see. Opponent is doing the big think. That stupid emote, I love it. They're going to go ahead and proliferate. Sure. So they're going to kill the zombie token. They're going to uptick Grist. Do they move the Chalice up? They don't. Okay. Oh, they need Chalice off of 2 for Artist? Yeah, unless they Chord or Eldritch Evolution. So they move to attacks. They swing out. We take some damage. Go to 14. Tijonius, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Activate map. Let's see. I think it's got to be Otawara or Tolaria West. Tolaria West, we could get explosives or ballista. I think that means it's got to be Otawara, actually. We're going to tick Blast Zone up to 2 as well. We untap, we draw another land, play the power plant, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They add green off of Wall of Roots. Porter, quit licking your paws, buddy. That's why they get irritated. You can't be licking them like that. The opponent is scared to cast an Eldritch Evolution. Okay, they make a token. Milling a forest. Okay, the Eldritch Evolution Wall of Roots. To get Messenger. Am I dead? I might have needed to respond to that. Okay. Could Otawara bounce my own Chalice? Surgical Messenger? It's not that unreasonable, right? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Because I don't have to pay life for surgical. Hey Slayer, how's it going? They have Court of Calling, Necromentia. I think that means I'm actually just dead. Because they have Court of Calling and a ton of stuff. Alright. Okay, so they hit us for a bunch. They Thought Seize the Chalice out of my hands. Untap and draw Tolaria West. Play Power Plant. Transmute. Ballista doesn't do anything. Not more than Engineered Explosives, anyway. So I think we get Engineered Explosives, and then activate it before they untap, so they can't chord out anything huge. Although, I think I still die to Blood Artist. Okay, pass. Because they can just chord Blood Artist now, I think. Okay, they hit us for 4, we go to 2. Oh, and they alt Grist. I totally forgot they could do that. Alright, that's a round loss. That phantom text on Grist that is an ultimate. Alright, well let's go to round 5 and see if we can't win our entry back. I feel like we could have won either of those matches we lost to. Alright, we will play first. We got 2/3 of Tron, Dismember, Engineered Explosives on 0. Yeah, we can keep this, I think. Any land is super good. So lead on Power Plant, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent leads on Pendelhaven, Hardened Scales. Okay. We draw a second Dismember, which is going to be good. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They draw. They play Saga. Sure. 2 mana. They play Hangerback. Okay. Dismember, Hangerback. Okay. We draw Trinket Mage. Play Explosives on 0. Pass the turn. Saga ticks up to 2. Opponent plays Hardened Scales. Sure. Plays a Grove of the Burn Willows. Ancient Stirrings. Finds an Arcbound Ravager. And plays the Ozolith. Okay. They attack for 2. Blow up the 0 drops. We untap. We draw an island. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Saga going up to 3. They float mana. They get a Springleaf Drum. They play an Arcbound Worker. Ancient Stirrings. They find a Hangerback Walker. That's pretty good. They're going to play a Hangerback Walker with a whole bunch of counters on it. Okay. That's fine. So we're going to have to Thirst here. Thirst for Knowledge. God, Oblivion Stone's super good, but we're going to discard Trinket Mage and Dismember. Untap. We draw Karn, Great Creator. Let's repeal Hangerback. We find a map. Play a tower. Play a map. Pass the turn. I don't think they can kill us, but it's close. Okay, they play Ravager. Actually, if they have that land, we're dead. That's just... shoot. They don't got it. Whoo, they don't got it. Okay, they hit us for 8. Actually, am I dead? I might be dead. They didn't even need a land because they have double Hardened Scales. 6, 9, then they move 12 over. You do 20 damage. I was trying to set up for O-Stone next turn. Yep. Alright, this deck's lightning fast. That is unfortunate. Alright. Let's play Spreading Seas. I don't know that we need Surgical. Nimble Obstructionist could be really good. We're going to drop a Mindslaver, a Wurmcoil, and I think a Talisman. Try it like this. Okay. Alright, we'll keep this. Hopefully the Condescends are going to be good. If they're not, we're probably not long for this world. Oh, Mauve. Infinite confidence and praise. I appreciate it. Alrighty, opponent also kept 7. Lead on tower, pass the turn. Opponent plays a tap land to start. We draw another island, play an island, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a Grove of the Burn Willows. We will Condescend a Patchwork Automaton. Remand. Gemstone Caverns to the bottom. I will keep a Remand. It's not super good versus my opponent's deck because their spells are so cheap, but it's better than nothing. We also do have a second Condescend. Ancient Stirrings. Let's go ahead and Condescend that. Nice pun, athlete. Appreciate it. O-Stone to the bottom. Urza's Mine to the top. Yep. Yeah, I had a blue Tron deck way back. Because I just coincidentally had all the cards to build it. Okay. Opponent plays a Ravager. So we untap, we draw Urza's Mine, play Urza's Mine. Play Ballista X2. Opponent can graft if they want to. Oddly enough, they don't. Ping Ravager. Okay. They can modular if they want to. Strangely enough, they don't. Alright, pass to our opponent. They untap. It didn't matter if they sacked Welding Jar to Arcbound Ravager's ability, or if they sacked Welding Jar to regen, we could ping again to kill it. Okay, Ancient Stirrings, that's fine. Their own Walking Ballista. They play their own Walking Ballista. They ping our Ballista, we ping their Ballista, they regen their Ballista, probably. They do. Alright. Come on, Power Plant. Okay, Snapcaster. Play Ancient Stirring, or not Ancient Stirrings, Academy Ruins. Oh my goodness. I've been playing too much green Tron. Opponent untaps. They play Hardened Scales. There's nothing I can do about that. Then they play the Ozolith, so... Snapcaster Mage. Hitting Condescend. Condescend Ozolith. X2. We find a map, which gets us to 7 mana. I will actually keep the map here. And they play Pithing Needle. What do they Pithing Needle? If they Pithing Needle map, I'm going to be a little annoyed. Academy Ruins, okay. Alright. We untap. We draw a map. Play map. Crack map. Get Power Plant. Tron assembled. Pass the turn. We'll attack. So we can play a 7/10 that blows up one of our own lands with Remand backup. Yeah, with Remand backup. Opponent plays a 3rd Grove of the Burn Willows. 4 mana. They put a counter on Ballista. It's a 3/3. They attack us for 3. Take 3, go to 17. Untap. We draw Repeal. Repeal Ballista. They ping Snapping. The question is, do they want to deny us a draw, or do they want to replay Ballista? They want to replay Ballista. Okay. Play Sundering Titan. We do have to destroy an island for this. A little bit unfortunate. But we do get to keep Remand up because we drew that Power Plant. So if my opponent just taps out for Ballista on 2, we can Remand it. They play Ballista on 1. I think we will Remand anyway. Gotta draw some action. Karn is action. Okay, opponent stops us from floating a colorless mana, just in case we drew Dismember. It's a pretty reasonable play. And they play Ballista on 1, so it enters as a 2/2. Okay, we untap. We draw Thirst for Knowledge. I'm going to lead on Thirst. Let's Mindslaver them. We're going to discard Thirst Karn, play Tower, go to combat, attack for 7. Oh, we can't loop Mindslaver, but we won't need to. Play Mindslaver. Gain control of opponent. Nope, they have Pithing Needle on Academy Ruins. Okay. So they untap, they drew Damping Sphere and Automata. I guess we'll just heal ourselves. Float mana. We untap, we draw land, that's unfortunate. Go to combat. Yeah, them pinging us with Ballista was correct, because otherwise we were going to use their mana, pump Ballista, shoot them 5 times, and then swing lethal. But they want to stop us from having fun. I don't know, maybe Karn was better. Probably was, but... Go to combat. Attack for 7. Take our opponent to 4, pass the turn. They play Patchwork Automata. They play Pendelhaven and Damping Sphere. They make it a 3/3. Opponent's still in a bad spot. We draw Ugin, so Players is mine. go to combat, attack for 7. We couldn't play Ugin in plus on Automaton because of Damping Sphere. If they hadn't played Damping Sphere, we actually could and paid for the ward. But this ought to do it. Because they can't draw like Ravager, Walking Ballista, and Hangerback Walker in this turn. Alright. No adjustments. Run it back. Okay. We are on the draw for game 3, so let's hope for a good hand. I think this works. We'll keep. Opponent leads on Grove of the Burn Willows into Hardened Scales. We draw Karn. Play Otawara. Play Expedition Map. Pass the turn. Yep, Stifle Bird. Opponent plays an Inkmoth Nexus, plays a Welding Jar, and plays Zabaz. And Nature's Claims Expedition Map. How aggressive. We draw Spell Pierce, play Tower, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They go to combat, attack us for 2. Take 2, go to 24. They're going to play an Arcbound Worker. Okay. So we're going to repeal Zabaz. I don't know if they'll regret it or not. Opponent is going to destroy their own Zabaz. Okay. So we do not get a draw. We draw Condescend, play Academy Ruins, pass the turn. I will Condescend Ravager. Hopefully this can draw us into the 4th land we need for Karn here. Talisman to the bottom, Gemstone Caverns to the top. Opponent plays another Welding Jar. Hits us for 5. We go to 20, untap, draw Gemstone Caverns, play Caverns, play Karn, uptick him, killing a Welding Jar. So they would have to animate Inkmoth if they want to kill him this turn, which would kind of use up their turn. Okay, that's what they're going to do. Maybe I was just supposed to wish for Engineered Explosives? I don't know. Walking Ballista. Okay. I think we pass, hold up Thirst for Knowledge, Spell Pierce, and Nimble Obstructionist, and see what our opponent gives us the opportunity to do here. Okay. Opponent goes to combat, attacks for 5, no blocks, we go to 15. And they pass. So let's Thirst. We draw 3, discard Walking Ballista, untap, draw Expedition Map. We're pretty close to doing some nasty stuff here. Play Tower, play Map, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a Springleaf Drum. Spell Pierce. Then they play Zabaz. Opponent hits us for 5, sure. Crack Map. Yeah, it does. And I think I grab an island because of that line. We draw Power Plant, which is pretty good. Play the island. Play Engineered Explosives on 1. Destroy all 1-drops. This opponent is going to Welding Jar, and we stifle the Welding Jar. I was really overthinking this line. So we stifle the Welding Jar activation. We draw a card. They lose all their 1-drops. We have Tron mana now, and we can put Walking Ballista on top of our deck with Tron mana. That seems good. Like, real good. Yeah, for some reason I was like, oh, I've got to play Blast Zone and all this stuff, and I was just like, my brain was overheating, and it really didn't need to. So we put Ballista on top of our deck, draw Ballista, play Power Plant, play Ballista, ping Ravager. Yeah, that's what I was thinking I was going to have to do. Okay, opponent untaps. They play Karplusan Forest. A Nature's Claim Ballista? Sure. I'll take the life. I don't mind. And opponent scoops, giving us the match. We get a treasure chest. Alright. Let's open our treasure chest. Plague Engineer. That's worth something, I think. 5 play points and a Gift of Immortality. You know, all in all, I think this is a pretty fine Blue-Tron list. I would recommend people playing it. I hope I did Trellon proud playing his list. He popped in earlier, and yeah. I don't have too much to say. I'm not too much of a Blue-Tron expert, but I'm going to cut the recording here for those folks on YouTube. If you're watching this there, please leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. And if you're watching me on Twitch, please leave a follow. Same username on social media everywhere. And I'll see you folks on YouTube next time.